Hello, welcome to bVotal. This is our submission to the World Blockchain Hackathon. We are Team Burstbusters and we show you what we have done the last 3 days. So bVotal is an anonymous, secret, transparent, cheap and scalable voting system based on the Burstcoin blockchain. Now we're going to show you how it looks like from the voter's perspective. So bVotal et al. Is a very simplistic user interface. It must be as easy as possible, so usability was one of our focus. In the first place, you have to enter some personal information, but mind that this information is never ever sent to any server, and somehow this is all hashed and all secure. So I'm entering here some numbers. This is all mock data so far. We are working on a development system. So now the eligibility is being checked, and it says that I'm eligible for voting. So the next step, I have to define a PIN which is used on voting later. So of course I will use the most useful pins ever. And I go in the next step. Now my account is being activated by the network. Activated by the network means that it needs to be confirmed by the blockchain. So this on public blockchain, this could take a time, but usually on this one, there it is, it's already there. So I have some options. I received that options from the Burstcoin blockchain, from the activation. And then I can go over there and I said, okay, I will vote. Now I have to confirm my vote using my PIN. And I voted successfully. That's all. This is how voting works. It's not possible to vote 2 times or 3 times. It's not possible to register many times because we have a kind of eligibility authority which is checking in an anonymous way the eligibility of voters. So to have an idea what is being stored in our eligibility authority, we can see that, for example, we have a list of possible eligible voters, which is all hashed and no additional information is stored here. It's just like if it's activated, so we just activated one of that accounts. We have activated accounts with this even another hash, which just guarantees that the same people with different accounts cannot vote double voting here. And we have the campaigns, which are kind of information here, which are used for the campaigns. Okay. So when after voting, we can finally have a look into the blockchain. So we're using the Burst HTTP API. And this one here is, for example, the recently created account. So he has 2 messages already he got. The first message are as a publicly accessible data with all the options for voting. And he's even receiving the public key of the voting account that will receive all the votes. This one here is the encrypted message, and you can see that this is an encrypted message here, which is not readable unless you have the secret from the sender or the secret from the receiver. So you see, this is how it works. So our project is hosted on GitHub under Burstbusters. So we have a Docker image for a locally running Burstcoin node, and we have our monorepository of bVotal, which is split up into a voting app, which we presented right now. There will be a results dashboard. We weren't able to do that right now, so we ramped it up, but it's not working. And there is the eligibility service and so on. Yeah, this is so far from us, Burstbusters, and yes, have a good night.